side, everybody.
Okay. Of course, you know the subject of today is what should I bid? I think that following the guidelines of bidding, most bidding goes smoothly most of the time. It glides into a final contract. But once in a while, there's going to be some tough hands or unusual hands or awkward hands. And I think that every bridge player has always asked himself, maybe not aloud, what should I do with this hand? Okay, one of the first situations is to see sideways, these hands had gone a little bit out of the normal rhythm that you want it to be. You notice what you have 4 diamonds, 5 club, and the question is, what should I open with, a diamond or a club? I'm sure they've all had this problem. What am I supposed to bid? The long suit, you're expecting partner to bid 1 spade. That's almost a certainty, or the opponents, but for now, let's pretend that the opponents are asleep. They're taking a rest. They're not bidding, they're leaving you alone. So you're doing on your own. Okay, so the bidding normally will be whatever you open the bidding with is going to be a spade by your partner. Most of the time, I mean, no guarantees. Sometimes you be surprised they bid a heart, which you like much better, but you expect the bidding is going to go, whatever you bid a minor is going to go a spade by partner. So now you have a rebid. Okay, the problem is, it is not a good idea to rebid with a singleton and partner suit, 1-no trump. Just not a good idea. I don't like that idea. Some people do it, but majority of players, I think, prefer not to bid 1-no trump with a singleton and partner suit. Because partner is going to sometimes think that you have 2 little ones and maybe 4 spade or something like that. But the point is, it's not a good idea to rebid 1-no trump. So the question is, what do I do with these hands when the bidding goes a minor, a spade? Okay. This hand here, number 1 you see looking at, it's got decent diamonds but bad clubs. Partner could easily have a singleton club. So you have a rebidding problem. You agree? When the bidding goes a spade, if you don't bid 1-no trump, you have to bid something else. So if you open a club and partner bid a spade, you can't bid 2 diamonds because that's a reverse. You're all familiar with the reverse. A good way to define a reverse, in case that you don't get confused, is after one level respond, when the opening bidder goes beyond 2 of his suit, he just made a reverse. It's as simple as that. When he goes beyond 2 of his own suit into a new suit, it's a reverse. That's the way to remember it. If partner had gone beyond their first suit, hey, that's a reverse, okay? That's an easy way to remember. Okay, so you can't bid 2 diamonds because the reverse is about 17, up to 20, 21, something in that neighborhood. So with this particular hand, I think it's best to open the bidding with a diamond, and if partner bid a spade, you bid 2 clubs. That way, you stay below 2 of your first suit, and it's not a reverse, and you give your partner a chance. Now, I agree, the partner could have 2-2 in the minors, and you play a 4-2 fit sometimes, but it doesn't go that way all the time. Most of the time, it will work out itself pretty reasonably if you open a diamond and rebid 2 clubs, okay? Furthermore, if the opponents happen to wake up for a moment and bid a spade, at least you're directing a better lead. A partner has to be your lead. So that's this hand. Let's come to this one here. Okay, this time the diamonds are very bad, and the clubs are good. Okay, now I'm not that much worried. I will bid 1 club because my suit is good, and it's somewhat rebiddable. When you have ace, queen, jack, 5th, it can play opposite 2 little partners' hand. So now I don't want to open a diamond with queen empty 4th when I have good clubs. This hand, I will open 1 club, and if partner bid 1 spade, I'll do what? I'll bid 2 clubs. There you go. The suit is decent to be rebids. Sometimes you can have the 9 with it. Sometimes you have the 10. That's better than opening a diamond and then bidding at 2 clubs and partner take you back to diamonds. and then you're playing in an inferior contract. The last hand is one, because you have the ace of spade, okay, it's a singleton, I agree, but it's a good card in partner suit. So I personally recommend that you open that hand with a club because you have 5 to the king. And if part of it is spade, in this case, I'm not that much worried about bidding one no trump. I don't like it, but at least I have the ace of spade. Do you follow what I'm saying? Which is a good card for no trump. So one club with that hand, one club with this hand, one diamond with this hand. These are like sideways hand. Now, it gets, I'm not going to give you anything complicated or convoluted, but some hands go rogue on you. I mean, they're just sort of like, not what you expect. So let's just examine some of those hands. That's going to create some sort of a problem. Okay, so you have the following hand. I'm going to write it on the board and. Okay, so these are not really very unusual, but they're still going a little bit to a point where it gives you some problems. Okay, the first one is you have 5 diamonds and 4 hearts and 3 clubs and 1 spade. Again, you're going to expect a spade bid with partner. I'm giving you this problem all the time, so you have to deal with it. You have to live with it. So you normally open a bidding with a diamond. Now, in the old times, 5-card measure was not as prevalent as it is today. They used to open 4-card measures. They used to open 1 heart, and a part of it, one spade, they're going to bid 2 diamonds to stay low. But, we can't quite do that these days because partner would never leave you alone. They think you have 5 hearts, and no matter what you do, they're going to go back to hearts. So we're going to go with the feel. You open a diamond. Okay, now comes in the problem, part of it a spade. Now, what are you going to do? You don't like to bid 1 no trump because you have a singleton spade. You can't reverse, right? So consequently, you have the only constructive bid the only reasonable bid that you can make is to rebid 2 diamonds. You really have nothing is good with the hand. So you pick up the best lie. And the best lie is to bid the king, queen, 5 of diamonds and hope for the best. Now, sometimes you might experiment by bidding 2 clubs, which is lower than diamonds, and partner would think you have 4, but at least it opens the door for competitiveness in both minors. But I don't recommend you bid 3-card suits. But I'm just saying some people may elect to do that, and but not a good idea because it could cause a problem. So I would rather rebid my king, queen, 5 of diamonds and hope for the best. The expression "hope for the best," we do it. We have it use it in bridge all the time because some say bridge is a lot of time guesswork. Sometimes it's based on good dealing. Facts, rules and regulations, but sometimes it's guesswork. I mean, you could open a heart and find your partner with 5 hearts. You don't know. Or you could open a diamond and partner will come out with hearts, surprise you. So we don't know. Now come to this hand. How many of you will open 1 heart? Everybody, right? Okay. All right, we all open 1 heart. And it goes 1 no trump by partner. All right, now that's a forcing bid. Many people play that forcing bid. You got these 2 suits. too little and too little, okay? I actually had this one a little bit different. Okay, so now the hard suit got better. Okay, so you bid a heart, they bid one no trump, forcing. You can't bid two spade because you're going beyond two hearts, that's the reverse. So you have to bid two clubs. But that doesn't look very good. Do you feel comfortable about two clubs? I don't feel comfortable. So I think what I want to do is, I have a good heart suit, right? It's not 6, I agree, but it's ace, king, jack, 10. To me, rebidding two hearts with a 5-card suit to the ace, king, jack, 10 is better than bidding two clubs. Because you can play opposite two little hearts. The partner has a singleton hand, they probably move away to something or maybe let you play it. So practically speaking, two heart is probably the best choice. In that hand here, because the hearts are bad, okay, you cannot rebid the suit 5 to the ace only. So now you have no choice but to bid two clubs. We call that a catch-all bids. I mean, when you bid two club and doubles, then partner may bid two diamonds, they may go back to hearts. That could happen. But it's better than all the alternatives. Two club is, at least you have the queen. Last time I gave you one without the queen. This time I upgraded the suit. Okay, so that's with those hands. Now, if you think this is rogue, there's some hand that's going to be rogue-er. It'll go more rogue. So, you know, so let's put some of those hands in there and see how we deal with those. Okay. So you have king 10 fourth, king 10 fourth, void, and ace queen jack 5 times. 6, 7. Okay, so now you've been waiting for a long time to get 4-4 in the majors, and finally you get them, and you are so certain partner is going to bid one heart or one spade or maybe diamond even as worst. So you're very happy because you have the majors. You bid one club, and suddenly it's just like the sky is falling down. Partner makes the last bid that you wanted to hear. They bid one no trump. It's like a nightmare. Okay, so this is not even bridge. I mean, we're supposed to open a minor and partner bid a major. What happened to that? Now, if the bridge was a human being that can talk, they could say, I never promised you a rose garden. So anyway, so the bidding goes one club, one no trump. Now you have to think about, analyze the bidding. Partner doesn't have a 4-card major, right? All right. So that's the most you could have in major is 6 cards. Normally, so there's 7 cards missing. Normally, partner will bid a diamond when they have 5. Normally. I mean, that's the right bid to do, really. When you have 5 to the queen, jack, or you bid a diamond just before bidding one no trump. And so consequently, I will not give my partner 5 diamonds. I will probably give him at the most 4 diamonds, and consequently, they will probably have 3 clubs. So when I sum it all, I can't reverse with the hand. Question is, what should I do? Should I pass one no over one club, or should I bid? I think that, in my opinion, I like to bid 2 clubs. 2 club will work. The odds our partner have three clubs is very strong, and he may even have 4 clubs. They can't bid 2 club because most people play inverted, and they can't bid 3 club with a 4-card suit and like 8, 9 points. So partner may have 4 clubs also because they didn't bid 1 diamond. So I have more chances with the 2 club bid than I have with passing one no trump. Do you follow what I'm saying? Sometimes even partner have queen of 1 in one of the majors. Now you have a roughing value. You can lead up to the queen and then a trump 1 in dummy. So you have another trick from the dummy. A partner, I mean, partner could bid 1 no trump with like 8 8 points balanced, 9 points with queen and one suit in a major. That's okay, if the hand is very balanced. So that's the way, in my opinion, to solve this nightmare hand, is when partner bid didn't help by not bidding a major, they bid one no trump, which is the last thing that you wanted to hear. Okay, now there is a hand that could give you a very strong problem, which is the following hand. Okay, well, once in a while you're going to have 5-card major and 6-card minor. So I'm going to put down 2 hands on the board that show this particular situation. This is one hand and this is one hand. The question is, what should I bid? One heart or one diamond? All right. This is a 6-5 hand will come up. It's one of the rogue hands that we can encounter because it went aside from what you normally hold or like to hold. The 6-5 hands, okay. So with this hand here, I recommend that you open one heart because the hearts are good and the diamonds are bad, and it gives you no rebidding problem. But with this hand here, I don't think I should bid one heart when I have ace, queen, jack, 6 diamonds. Now, the thing about this hand is, partner may have 3 hearts, and if you don't open a heart, you'll miss the 5-3 heart fit. And if you bid a diamond, partner bid a spade, it's going to be a problem. You can't reverse, so you bid 2 diamonds. You have no choice. Now, somebody asked me one day and said, what am I going to do with the hearts? And I always say the same. I said, look, let's first secure the diamond suit and worry about the heart state. I mean, I may have another chance. And if something like my partner shows a stronger bid, I may come back and bid hearts, which has to be 5. When partner denied 4-card heart suit, you come back. So you may be able to navigate the heart suit later. But right now, I want to secure the safest, the best contract, which is what? Diamond for now. So my recommendation is with this hand, you bid one heart, looking at the trump suit, with this hand to bid one diamond. Yes?
Would you consider opening 2 diamonds with that hand, since there's only the one on the right?
Which one?
The one on the right.
No, that's too strong. Don't open 2 diamonds when you have that kind of hand. 6, 7, well, actually, I'm missing something there. I should, yeah, I'm sorry. I had a jack in here, so yeah, that makes a difference, right? Sometime when you write a hand, when you put it on the board, you might miss a digit or something. Okay, now that one is too strong to open 2 diamonds. And I suggest a 1 diamond bid instead of the 1 heart because the diamonds are good, okay? And some people may even open the bidding with ace, the way I wrote it before. I don't think that's going to be a good idea because when partner bid a spade, it could cause the problems. But with the 11 points, with a good diamond suit and 2 singletons, I think you got to bid. Even if not to buy the contract, to at least if the opponent's bid spades, you're directing the right lead. So that's a very good suit, not to overlook. Okay? Now, we have a situation where the bidding will be really, really difficult in the following hand. Well, first of all, this one is following the same pattern I just said. I think this is the hand that I had. Okay, Now, this time the hand has an ace singleton. It became much more stronger. All right. Normally, a reverse with normal hands of 5-4, 3-1 is like about 17 points. However, when you begin to have distributional hand like this, with a very powerful diamond suit, and 5-card heart suit, the king jack, and a single ace of club, it will become worth a reverse, okay? Because even though you have only 8, 12, 15, 16 points, you have the singleton spade, and you have a very powerful diamond and singleton club. This is not 17, but the shape of the hand elevated to become a 17, or even more sometime if you find the right fit. So my recommendation is that you open a diamond, a part of it a spade, you will bet 2 hearts. This time, you've got the reason to do that, okay? So a reverse, usually 17 to 21, it could be like a 5-4. Usually the suit that you bid first is longer. Once in a while you have 4-4, 4-1. And the bidding will, like you have a problem with the hand. You have 4 diamonds, 4 club, 4 hearts, and 1 spade. So, and you have like 19, 18 points. Well, you probably bid 1 diamond and a bottom bid a spade. You have no choice but to bid 2 hearts, which is 4-4. If you bid 2 club, partner can pass. And it may not be suited for a jump shift because partner will think you have more diamonds than clubs. So sometimes you may have to reverse with a 4-card suit when the 4-4, 4-1. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have no choice. But normally, the suit you bid first, 95% of the time is going to be longer than the one you reverse in. And that's the way it should be anyway. But when the distribution is like that, you can reverse with a little bit less count, but more shape. Here's another hand you could reverse with. It's only 16, but the shape and the power of the suits allow you to bid 1 diamond and come back and bid 2 hearts. And partner something else, bid something else, you come back and bid 3 hearts. That will show 6 diamonds and 5 hearts. First, you reverse in hearts. Partner think that you've got 4 hearts, right? But then whatever they bid, you bid 3 hearts. That will complete the picture. You have 6 diamonds and you have 5 hearts. And partner now will be very comfortable to raise you to 4 hearts with 3 cards too. So those 2 hands are, in my book, this one is definite reverse. This one is, some people don't like to do it. Some people do. I think it's good enough to reverse. You know, bridge is a game of aggressiveness these days. People who are a little aggressive and get in the bidding will get an edge on the opponents. And it's been proven that people who initiate the bidding have an edge in the total picture of a game. So whenever you have a reason to bid, with proper values, I'm not talking about opening 9 points, but you open light hands that has good suits, that's okay. Just get in the bidding with good suits. If you have like 11 points, okay, and you have 5 spade to the ace, queen, jack, and an ace on the side, you will open this hand because the spade suit is good. But if you have 11 points with queen, 5th of spade, and scattered values, it's not worth opening because the suit is bad and you're opening light and you may get too high. So the nature of the hand would dictate to you whether you should open the bidding or not. So don't worry about the 11 points hand that got good suits. Worry about the 11 hands that's got no good suit and no quick tricks. Here's a sample of what you can open with.
Chuck, what's the second suit actually? Because ace jack 1-1-0 doesn't make any sense to me.
Are you talking about this one?
It's just a mistake.
No.
Hearts.
The hard suit.
Hard suit.
You got an extra one. You got an extra one.
You have ace jack 110. I think you meant.
Are you talking about this one?
The hard suit, you got an extra one in the chart.
Okay, let me get this. You talking about this? Yeah. Okay. Well, that was yeah. Okay. Ace Jack 10 6 times. Right. Good. Thank you. What I had a million in there.
I didn't know what 110 was.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. I was actually to see if you're awake. Yeah. Okay. So now that you have this hand, it's only 10 points, but you should open this hand anytime. I mean, that's a hand with good suit, good competitive suit, especially the opponent with a spade. You want to get in the bidding. In fact, sometimes if you have this spade suit like that, it was a spade suit, and you have 4 hearts. I have seen some top experts open the bidding with one spade with these hands. It's only a 9 count. I'm not suggesting they should make a habit of opening 9 points. However, if you've got an ace jack 6 of spade, an ace 10 fourth of heart, and a singleton, doubleton, remember all your points are together, and you have 2 quick tricks, so you're not ashamed or bothered if your partner doubled the opponent's 5 clubs or save. You've got a couple of tricks. But if you have a hand of this nature, six, 8. I don't think this is an opening hand because you don't have the same quick tricks. You have a bad heart suit, and you have singleton spade. I personally don't open hands like these. Although some people will open a heart, okay, but it's a little bit light. The hard bid is okay if you feel like getting in the bidding, but the suit is very bad. So you have to check your situation in terms of winning tricks, quick tricks, and in terms of the quality of the suit. See what I mean? Sometimes opponent bids for a spade, and a partner will take a sacrifice in hearts, and the hand is really not suited very well for a sacrifice. If the vulnerability is not favorable, you may go down more than what the opponent's bidding is.
Third suit with favorable vulnerability.
Yeah, I mean, a favorable vulnerability it would be okay if you happen to get in with the heart suit later and the opponent bid 4 spade, you bid 5 hearts. It may work out well. But in general, this is on the cusp. I'm not saying you shouldn't open this hand, but it's right on the cusp. The single spade makes it worse. The bad heart suit makes it not good. But then again, you have 6-4, 2-1. I had a question there, yeah. Quickly.
If you had that hand on the right and you were in the 4th seat, it was pass to you, what would you do?
Good question. I probably will open the bidding with, depends on the vulnerable. If I'm not vulnerable, I have 2 hearts. A 4th seat open a bid of 2, weak 2 bid is not that weak because you could have passed the hand. So an opening bid of 2 in the 4th seat is like an opening hand, a light opening hand. You could do that. The suit is bad, but you want to do something, and you want to preempt the opponent from bidding at the same time. If you bid a heart, they will have much easier time coming in the bidding. But if you bid 2 hearts and they're all passed out to start with, you may get this contract. I'm not guaranteeing though, because they would not leave you alone. I mean, they may get back in the bidding, and you get them into a spade contract that you could have passed the hand. So there's no guarantee that you should open this hand. But if you do open 2 hard, don't open 1. I know the suit is bad, but you want to get the bidding at a higher level. You do have ace queen of diamonds to go along with it, and the king of clubs. So you have some power in the hand. But if you open the bidding with 1 heart, I would not quarrel with that hand to get in the bidding. Yeah.
Chuck, when you were evaluating your, hands, do you include the length points of the longer suit?
Yes, you do. I did with this hand. See, I had 6 spade. I gave points for the extra spade. I mean, if you have 5 spade, I don't think you have an opening bid. What makes you open the bidding is a 6-card spade suit and a 4-card heart. So you have 10 cards in the majors and headed by aces. So yeah, you can evaluate length in the suit that you're going to be playing in. Of course, yeah, you can
The
do
one
that.
that I was referring to was back where you were using to try to have a 16-point reverse, where you had
Yeah.
6-5 or 5-4.
Yeah. Well, when I have ace, king, jack, 10, 6, and another suit 5, that becomes much more powerful. So it will be worth the reverse, right? Now, one nightmare hand is this following hand. You have queen, jack 4 times. You have doubleton, and you have void, and you have king, jack, 10, 9, 7 times the clubs. And partner opener bring a diamond. Okay, well, all right, this is a problem, but you could have that problem. Okay, now, if you don't bid a spade, you may miss the 4-4 spade fit. That's possible. But then, but if you bid a spade and partner bid 1 no trump, now you don't know what to do. What's partner bid 1 no trump? You want to play the hand where? If you got to play it in clubs. You agree? You have 7 clubs. The question is that how do you navigate this hand? Because 2 club will be a new minor forcing. So you cannot do that because you don't have a new minor forcing hand. So there are 2 ways to handle this hand. Either take the easy way and the somewhat tricky way. The easy way is to forget the spade suit and bid 1 no trump, and if partner bid anything, you bid 3 clubs. That's a cutoff bid, meaning I want to play clubs. That's one way of doing it. The other way, which is a little bit trickier, is to bid 1 spade, if partner bid 1 no trump. The expert now use what you call a bar bid or a drop bid. I jump to 3 clubs, okay? Only with a club suit. You don't do it with diamonds, because with diamonds, when partner bid a club, you are going to be bidding 1 diamond with 6 of them anyway. But with the club suit, you cannot bid 2 clubs or 1 diamond. You don't want to bid 3 clubs with 4 spade. So if you bid a spade and partner bid 1 no trump, 3 clubs becomes a bid to play 3 clubs. If you play online, in fact, the robots play that. They call that a bar bid, meaning leave me alone bid, you know. So you could use that bid to show a 6-4 hand in clubs in a major, but a weak hand. You want partner is supposed to pass. Once you bid 1 no trump, you bid 3 clubs, you're done. Have you ever heard of that bid? Okay. All right. So with that, this is a difficult hand to handle, but in my opinion, the best way is to bid 1 spade. Now, the bidding may not go 1 no trump. It could go something else. Then it becomes a problem. But I'm talking if the bidding goes 1 no trump, 3 club is not invitational or anything like that. It's just to drop. Some people, of course, play that to show 2 good suits. So it's all by agreement. I mean, some people play 1 diamond, 1 spade, 1 no, 3 clubs, 5-5, either invitational or forcing to game. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this particular situation is a nightmare hand, how to handle it. And you can handle it this way. Okay, so now, yeah.
Question about that.
How are we doing art on time?
It's about 9:33.
Okay. All right, quick question.
If they say an intro and you say 3 clubs,
That's by agreement.
that, yeah, we play that, but that's a related diamond, so the stronger hand plays it.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. That's a little bit too. I'm only talking about what do you do with long club and a major when partner bid 1 no trump. Now, because of time limitations, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I want to talk about one thing that really haunts you is when you have a 5-card major and a no trump count. the eternal question, should I open a major or should I open one note trump? Okay, so there are some guidelines as to when to open a major, when to open one note trump. Ideas, like if you have aces and kings, favors a suit. If you bid one note trump with 5-card space suit, it's best to have 3 of the other major, because partner could transfer you, okay? And if you don't have 3, you're playing 5-2 fit, whereas you might have had a 5-3 spade fit. So the point is, what should I do? Here's my suggestion is. You could zigzag, and one time you bid 1 heart, one time you bid 1 spade, and never catch the right situation. This could happen. And every time you do it is wrong. Or you can do it and it works. I think the best solution is to make up your mind. Always bid 1 note trump or always bid 1 major. That way you can sleep better at night. Because you've made a rule for yourself and you follow it. So, probably a good idea is to make up your mind and do it consistently. Because if you do it the other way around, one time you bid 1 major, one time you bid 1 note trump, you could easily be unlucky and always catch the wrong situation. You could. You could also be lucky and catch the right situation, but we don't know. But doing the other way around, at worst, you're going to break even in the long run. So, either bid 1 note trump always, or bid a major always. Make up your mind and stick with it. I said, they asked there was a guy who wrote a book called Why You Lose in Bridge. And they asked him and they said, when you have 9 trumps missing the queen, do you go for the drop or do you finesse? And he had an answer. He said, well, if I don't see any singletons around in the hands and dummy, okay, I'm going to go for the drop. If I have a singleton somewhere, I'm going to go for the finesse. He said, it doesn't always work, but I made it a rule for my life, and I have no problem. I do it always the same way. So the same thing is with the note trump and the major. In my opinion, if you stick to one and not change your mind back and forth, it would be best. Because if you one time bid 1 spade and catch the wrong situation, then one time it works out either against you or for you. You don't know. But if you're consistent, it solves your problem of rebidding. I mean, when you open 1 heart and partner bid 1 spade, you're done with 16 points. What are you going to do? If you bid 1 note trump, you haven't bid enough. You can't bid 2 note trump, that shows 18. So you're going to have to start bidding 3-card suit. It gets complicated. So instead of complications and how to navigate the 16, 17 point hand, my suggestion to you is simple. Either bid 1 note all the time or bid 1 of the major all the time. But if you zigzag and go back and forth, you may be one of the unlucky ones. And every time you choose one, it works out wrong for you. But if you do the other one, in the long run, the worst happens to be you break even. And if you're lucky, you break better than even. So, that's something to consider. Okay? Any questions? Thank you. I wish we had more time. Thank you.